Hello friends, I am going to speak on the topic company auditor and his rights. As we all know that a joint stock company comes into existence through a promoter. It will carry on its business by the capital invested by the shareholders. Here, the real or the equity shareholders are the real owners of the business, but they doesn't have any direct control over the usage of the capital or application of the capital. So here, the application of the capital or the usage of the capital, that is in the hands of the members, that is board of directors of the company. Hence, to safeguard the capital invested by the shareholders and to protect their interests, the accounts of the company must be audited by the qualified auditors, so they are the independent auditor or the external auditors. Every company, either private limited company or public limited company, they must audit their account. The person who are undertaking the process of auditing the books of accounts, record and vouchers, so they must prepare the audit report and submit it to the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Now, who is an auditor? There is no clear-cut definition for the auditors in the Companies Act, but one can define that an auditor as a qualified chartered accountant appointed for the purpose of examining the books of accounts of a joint stock company. Now, let us discuss about the rights of an auditor. For the success of an auditor, the auditors are given with the ample of rights, powers for the examining the books of accounts, vouchers and other records. Now I will explain some important rights of an auditor. So in that first right to access the books of accounts. The auditors are given with the special right to access the books of accounts, vouchers and other records for the purpose of examining, so whether it is kept it in the branch office or head office. Even he can give the surprise visit to any branches or head office. But generally, so they will give the information to the board of directors before giving their presence in the head office or branch office. The second right to access the cost records. The auditors has the right to access the cost records for the purpose of examining, along with the quantitative records like record of production, records of sales, records of stocks, etc. Then, right to obtain the explanations and informations. The auditor has the full right to obtain the informations and explanation from the board of directors and other officials about the verification of the books of accounts and other needy informations. Then next right to refuse to start the verification of the books. Here the auditors are no need to start the verification of the books until the management submits all the books of records, vouchers and books of accounts. Then next right to correct the wrong statement. The auditor has got the full right to correct the unintentional wrong statement made by the accounting clerks and the management before the auditing report is prepared and submitting it to the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Then next right to comment on the inadequacy of the accounting system. In case if the company or the accounting clerks are involved with the intentional mistakes or the falsified statements given in the accounting records or the books of records, the auditors can identify it and convey it to the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Then, right to visit the branches. Auditors has the full right to visit any branches with informing to the board of directors or without informing to the board of directors whenever he feels necessary and verification of the books of accounts. Then right to receive the notice and other communication of the general meeting. The auditor has the full right to receive the notice, right to attend the general meeting and right to speak in the annual general meeting about the financial statement prepared by the company as well as audit report prepared by the auditor in the annual general meeting. Right to make the representation and right to speak in the annual general meeting in case if he is asked to vacate the office. If the auditor is asked to vacate the office before his terms ends, he has the right to seek the explanation from the necessary authorities for the vacating the office. Next right to sign the audit report. The unsigned audit report is invalid. So, in order to say that it is a valid audit report, the auditor has the right to put the signature in the audit report and submitting it to the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Now, hereby I can conclude that the auditors are given with the special rights which can be utilized for the purpose of best benefit of the shareholders. Thank you.